All right. Test, test, test. There we go. Is that going to be too loud? No, I think that's good. Test, test, test. There we go. Is that going to be too loud? No, I think that's good. Alrighty, so once again, welcome. This is live from Columbus, OH, and this is the Ramsey Show After Show, episode number 498. Special 500 episode is on Friday. And if you would like more of my financial content, you're on youtube.com/coachstevemoney. Just scroll on past the Oak Island playlist, and you'll see the Ramsey Show After Show playlist, and also the Answering Your Financial Questions playlist, and the music playlist that has 11 Ramsey adjacent songs in there, and there will be at least one new song debuting on Friday's After Show. And that start time again is 5:25 p.m., and that is when the Ramsey Show goes off of YouTube. Alrighty, did I do all that? Yep, I did all that. Alrighty, market report, and we have an up day after yesterday's big down day. A market up overall today. Dow Jones Industrial Average down 0.2%, but Nasdaq up 1.22%, and so. And this is like one of your normal days here. Whereas yesterday's big downage was not. Let's see what the rest of the planet is looking like. Mostly up in Europe and mostly down in Asia. Let's see what that US dollar is doing. It would be up over the euro. It would be up over the Japanese yen. It would be down to the British pound, love. The bloody quid is higher, and down to the Canadian dollar A. I'm sure they're over there saying sorry. And the Australian dollar mate said nar to the US dollar. And we have what? Today is the 12th? Yeah, so we have Adobe reporting today. Let's see what they are like, and they are down 3.3% in the after hours trading, so I'm gonna guess they didn't have a good report here. Beats first quarter revenue estimates, so but they have mixed outlook for their next report for the current quarter, so traders not liking that. And so it's down 3.3% in the after hours trading, but for today it closed up 1.14. Alrighty then. Anything else? Let's take a look at the headlines. CPI report, inflation moderated as stagflation fears rise. Yeah, it was up 2.8% in February, and that is lower than expected, so that could be part of why the market did well today. Oh, the most followed single stocks on the Google, and that would be the Magnificent Seven minus NVIDIA. NVIDIA is not on that list, but they did, what did they do? 6.43% up today. Tesla the most up, 7.59% up, and the only one down, the Apple, 1.75%. Where are we doing? We were looking at headlines. Ford Heritage Fleet, don't care about cars. iRobot. There's a band called iRobot. Your love creeps me out. Something like that. FTC has to delay Amazon Prime deceptive practices case, citing staffing shortfalls. All right. I don't know what they necessarily did that was deceptive with Prime memberships. I mean, they tell you how much it costs, and they tell you the benefits of it. So I don't know. Don't know if that's wise to have even filed that. Federal Trade Commission people. Let's do some questions. Reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey is where we go for these. Also do occasionally some questions on the Facebook group, The Ramsey Baby Steps Community, and that is run by Ramsey Solutions. Any other group named anything else on Facebook is not run by Ramsey Solutions. This one is not either. It's run by fans. So you're going to get probably more non-Ramsey advice in the comments. Because, some people just want to come on here to hate for some reason, and life's too short for that, I think. Did we do 401k or pay mortgage? Yes, I did. Did I do all these? Thought I had it in the right spot. We did engine blown. We did baby step 2. You would not have $1,600 in savings. It says literally. It says on baby step 1, $1,000. It's written right there. It doesn't say save up an additional $600 if you feel like it. No, all extra money goes to the debt on step 2 after you get that $1,000. And that one we did as well. Another one, same thing. You don't have higher than $1,000. It's not hard to understand. That's the beauty of the baby steps, because it's always the same, and it specifically says $1,000 there, and it's not different for anyone's little situation. It's all the same for everybody. Did I do this? Wife job matches 50% up to 401k. Oh yeah, I did talk about this one as well. And this is just a lot of people ask this question because they start looking at running their little calculators and thinking, oh, if I keep the mortgage around like it's a pet, I can put money in investing and make more than I'm paying on the interest. And so, but the interest doesn't affect any of the baby steps. You are still supposed to pay off your mortgage in step 6. You pay off your mortgage early. And you know why? Because that's less risk. And the last time I checked a calculator, it does not have a risk button on there. And so once you're paid off the house, then you can invest whatever you want. Until then, it's just 15% of gross income is the max you should be doing. And that's what you actually should be doing. Instead of putting even that money on the mortgage, you should be investing 15%. Steps 4, 5, and 6 here done all together at the same time. Let's take a look at the Ramsey version. Invest 15% of gross household income in retirement. Step 5, save for kid college if that's applicable, and if you want to, if both of those things are true, do that. Begin addressing that. It doesn't have to be much money if they're toddlers still. And then also pay off the house early. And so you do 4, 5, and 6 all at the same time in that priority order as far as the extra money goes. And of course, as we talked about today in the Ramsey Show chat, once you are on step 4, once you have steps 1, 2, and 3 done, then on step 4, that's when it's time where you can budget a several $1,000 vacation. You can go to Disney World. And you can take me if you want to as well. That's fine. You just have to budget that amount, put that amount budgeted. And if you can't cash flow it out of 1 month's paychecks, then you would need to start a sinking fund for that vacation. And you name it specifically that. You don't want to get in the habit of having, like the person in the Ramsey Show chat today had a down payment fund in savings and was going to take from that to go to Disney World. And so, but that's not until September, so they still have time to actually save up specifically for that. So, but it would just not be put in there. And so that's when you just have to make the decision. Now, you can have more to put down on the house faster if you don't go on vacation. Also, you don't get to go on vacation if you don't go on vacation. And by the time you're on step 4, you've earned the right to budget that for yourself. But the idea is to be intentional with it, even whether it's on vacation or buying or saving a down payment for a house. Monthly pay versus weekly from Familiar Swordfish 9. Hi all. I am new to this space, but very motivated. That's good. Motivation is a good thing. Wanted everyone's help in this tiny area. Oh, I already did that one. Did that one too, my bad. Did that one on yesterday's show. Help, need your support on staying on track. Did I do that one? I don't think I did. I think that's the one. Pitiful Cup 9887. Hey everyone, hi guys. Just like title says, help me stay on track, 23 man. Been on baby step 2 for the last year and took my debt from 52 to 20K. Great. Just officially paid off my student loans and parents loan, and I only have 8K car loan and a 12K family loan. Okay, so the problem here is didn't do it the Ramsey way, almost certainly, because the student loans are probably more than an 8K car loan. So, I mean, I guess technically the car could have owed a lot more on it when started, and they just over time it got paid down to 8K, but it seems like to me they paid it out of order. But regardless, let's see, here is my deal. I only pay $192 a month for my car, and my family loan doesn't necessarily have a time frame to be paid. If anything, the family member said to focus on saving instead of paying them back for now. Well, you wouldn't do that. Any loan you want to get out of there, in existence. So, and especially if it's a family member, so that you can quit being slave to the lender. So that it doesn't cause any problems, which if you listen to the Ramsey show, you know, they get a lot of calls like that where, you know, even a gift sometimes comes with strings from family and friends. And so the advice is no loans ever. And so that shouldn't be, you know, other than for mortgage for your residence. You have to be living in it. No mortgages for rental properties. But there's no loans ever. And then on top of that, especially not with family and friends. That's a way to lose family and friends because of a money disagreement. So do not do that dumb crap. So you should pay them back instead of saving. There's no savings while you have debt other than the $1,000 emergency fund. See, it's very simple. It uses very simple words, so I don't know why people get so confused by it. Overthinking it big time. Where are we with my car being only 8K? Being ambitious, I may be able to pay off in 4 months, but after paying off my student debt today, my brain is taking me to other options like just writing out the 190. You know, you're not supposed to write out any loans. Step 2 is you pay off any debts as fast as possible. So there's no writing it out. There's no taking your foot off the gas just because you got the student loans done. That's great, but why are you going to stop now? Why are you going to stop now? Theoretically, the student loans would be way more than the $20,000 left between the family loan and the car loan. And so that would be my advice on that. It would be pretty dumb to take your foot off the gas at this point. When you take your foot off the gas is when you get to baby step 4. Until then, you need to be gazelle intense. I have no house. This is from Subsev3N. Of no house, okay? And it's not a law that you have to buy one. And it's not part of the baby step where you have to buy one. Baby step 6, pay off your mortgage early, is if only if you have a mortgage. You can decide to be a renter for life if you want to. And at certain times, obviously, the financial bros aren't gonna give you this advice. But at certain times, it might be better for you to be a renter instead of buying. Oh, but then you lose on the equity. Tough crap. Sometimes you're not in the position where you can buy a house. Let's see, have about 175K in crypto and stocks. Neither advised. No virtual currencies. No single stocks advised at all by Mr. Ramsey. Which is down about 100K from November. Yeah, that's fun, isn't it, guys? Most of my profit is Bitcoin and Dogecoin. 35K in 401K. IRA. I make between... I mean, that is crazy where you would have more money in freaking crypto than you would in your retirement account. That is nutty. It's too volatile. I make between $1,200 and $1,450 a week, but I live on someone's farm and don't own a home. I have no debt. I'm single 41-year-old man. Just curious what people would do in my situation. What would Dave do? No, this is up to you. You could use that 175, cash it out from the stocks. If they're not in a retirement account, you would cash those out. You would cash out the crypto, and you can put that 175 down on a small house if you want to get one. I mean, it might even be a decent sized house depending on where you are. If you live in the Midwest, you could 175 down payment would help you out a lot there. On a house. So it's up to you if you want to buy a house or not. If you're fine renting forever, then that's great. You can invest whatever you want. Dave would still not recommend virtual currency. He would also not recommend single stocks. Manage mutual funds for retirement. And that's all you would be doing unless you're on step 7. But if you're renting and you have no debt and you have a full emergency fund, which didn't say here because it's in crypto and stocks and then money in 401k, the emergency fund has to be liquid. So it can't be in crypto or stocks because that one takes time to sell, usually around a day or so. And then 1 to 3 days after that for transfer. And emergencies don't wait 1 to 4 days to occur. They are going to occur right then and there. Livid Warts, 5289, best place to park money. Just imagine driving money. Hello, I have 20K that I'd like to tuck away. Well, you also wouldn't do that if you had baby steps to do. You would not do that. You would not have extra savings while you're still paying off debt, or you don't have a full liquid emergency fund, and you're not investing for retirement. You would not do that dumb crap, but people do that all the time. It's been rolling in CDs. Dave doesn't recommend CDs because you can't get the money if you need it without penalty. Rates are coming down, that much is certain. I plan on giving it to my children if and when they would need towards a home or whatever. Any ideas would be appreciated. If you're not going to if the children are toddlers, you're not going to plan on giving it to them until they are adults, then that's plenty of time to put it in the market for it to grow the most. Or you can just put it in a high yield savings account. Is going to be your best option if you want to keep it to where you can get it out at any time. So it depends on best place to make where it makes the most money and where it makes the most money but is also immediately available. That's going to be your high yield savings account, and there's no penalty to take it out of that like there is in those dumb CDs. People love the CDs for some reason. Alarming Anywhere 14. We paid off our mortgage yesterday. We made our final payment yesterday of 4,667 euros. The bank couldn't take it over the phone. Something wrong with their machine. Imagine that. So just did an electronic transfer. Yeah, and so that's probably how you need to do it anyway, because they don't want you to be done with them. Banks never do want you to be done with them, ever. So it kind of a coincidence that happened just like that, huh? But you were able to do the electronic transfer, so that's good. That leaves humans out of it. Now just have to see it come out of the balance, close that account, and get the deeds. Yep. There's more than one deed. It was 10 years of hard work, dedication, determination, and sacrifice, but it will be worth it. Excellent. Heading out tonight to celebrate, and we have our child's birthday party on Sunday. Sounds like a fun week. This is what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Hopefully, this post will help inspire and motivate others. Now it's time to enjoy the rest of our lives. Excellent. Baby step 6 flare right there. Soon to be probably, let's see, this was 5 days ago, so probably should be changing that flare to baby step 7. Or maybe they don't like to talk about their flare. I don't know. That's from the movie Office Space Kids. Austin C0701, debt free, 23 man, recently married, and we got out of debt completely within a couple of months. That's a great thing to do. I guess we are technically on what Dave would call 3B, which is a saving down payment. It's not on the actual list, not on the official Dave graphic of it either. It's not there. And what I assume, I mean, there could be a lot of other things on here as well, like specifics, so that people don't get so confused, where it says, hey, you don't do all the freaking baby steps at the same time. You do steps 1, 2, and 3 in order, one at a time, and you don't go ahead until you are done with each one individually. You're done with step 1, you go to step 2. You're done with step 2, you go to step 3. And then you go to step 4, and then it's different there because you do 4, 5, and 6 all at the same time. So, but a lot of people think you do all the steps at the same time. So like if they find Dave's advice and they look at the baby steps and they're already investing, they say, okay, I got that down. No, there's no investing. You stop investing while you get steps 1, 2, and 3 done. So they could add more to it, but I understand wanting to keep it like a short list. Where were we? 3B. We hope to buy, build in the next few years and are trying to balance retirement saving for a house. Yep. See, the problem is you can't put all the money to either retirement or the down payment fund. You can't do that. But what you can do is you get to decide the balance, and pretty much the only time in the baby steps where you are allowed to say how much you're gonna invest. Because baby step 4 says invest 15% of your gross household income into retirement, and that's what you would be doing. But if you are trying to save for a down payment, Dave is fine for you doing 0 investing at all for up to 2 years. After 2 years, he wants you back in the market, though. But if you want to do that, that way you can save a larger down payment faster. Let's see, wife is inspecting in August with a baby boy. Congratulations. Our goal is for when she quits work, she won't go back to work. We're planning to homeschool, okay? And we feel like for us, that's what the mother's role is, at least in our particular situation. That's fine. You guys can do whatever you want to do. We have 2 cars on 2012 Honda Civic that she drives 80K miles, great shape. Okay, what's the point of that? Oh, there's more. There's more. I thought this was going to be simple. I was wrong. 80K miles, great shape, and a 2010 Ford Expedition that we bought in hopes of her driving that car once she has the baby, as we hope to have many, many more kids. Okay, well, you wouldn't buy a vehicle now saying, well, we're going to have a whole bunch of kids, so we need to buy, a SUV right now. You do not have to do that. That's dumb, new parent crap is what that is. That car isn't as reliable as we thought it was, so I'm not going to let her drive that. I think her plan is for me to drive that until it physically can't drive any longer. Okay, that's fine. I only drive about 10 miles a day, 4 days a week. soon our income will be around 5K a month. Eventually, we're going to have to get a bigger car for her. Why? For her and one child? Why? But don't want to go into crazy car loan. Well, you don't go into any car loan because you just got through paying off your dumb, stupid debt, so you don't even bring it up as an option. Or even sell hers in general right now. Right, so quit trying to do so many different things all at the same time. Would you like to buy a house? Is it more important that you get a new vehicle? Or, it would be used, but a new to you vehicle, or to get a house? Which one do you want first? You have to set priorities. You can't just say, well, I'm going to do this, and this, and this, especially when you're going down a person income. You're going down to one person working, and so that's going to make things tighter, obviously. Where are we at? I just opened a Vanguard Roth IRA. Been putting about $30 a week in it. As of now, I've been putting into VTI. I think that's Vanguard's, I don't know. Let's see what that is, actually. Curious. Yeah, I don't think that's the S&P 500 Vanguard fund, but you can tell because he said Vanguard and then it starts with a V, and so that normally would mean that. For example, everything, I looked up that, talking with somebody about that today in the Ramsey Show chat, the average price of a car. Apparently they're cheaper in the bloody UK, but of course the bloody UK taxes are way higher too. Yeah, Vanguard Total Stock Market Index. Okay. All right. And index is not advised for retirement by Mr. Ramsey because you can make more in managed mutual funds instead that make more money than the index. And why would you leave extra money on the table? Would love more input on that, as I'm not the most qualified in investing areas. I don't have the minimum of 3K that some of those accounts require. Yeah, the account doesn't require it. Sometimes a particular fund will require a minimum buy. Sometimes a particular brokerage will require a certain amount. Sometimes a particular investment advisor will require that. But you don't have to buy funds that have any of those stipulations. You don't have to be at a brokerage where it has that stipulation. And you also don't have to work with an investment advisor that has that stipulation either. I know $30 a week isn't maxing out my Roth, but it's what we can do now. And I figured it's better to start with something now and increase over time with raises. Yeah, and that's fine to do. That's a small percentage of your income, but you can do that while putting most of the money into the down payment fund. So you get to decide where your priorities lie. But again, you can't be, that's too many things. Okay, that's too many things. The investing a little bit and the house down payment is enough by itself. You don't need to be thinking about a car that doesn't need to be replaced yet. Wait until you can jump off that bridge when you get to it, is a good saying on that. So yeah, people love to think ahead and try to plan out everything all at the same time and do everything all at the same time, and that is not smart. I'm debt free, a bunch of them today. Other astronomer 826. I had $80 of debt from old library books. You got to return those. Is how you don't get in debt for that. I forgot to return and I just paid them off this morning. Excellent. It's a lot less stressful now without it. And imagine people that actually have over $100 in debt. Imagine how they feel when they pay it off. And like me. And I couldn't imagine having tens of thousands of credit card debt. I can imagine it. I've done it. Done it. It was dumb as crap. And that's why I don't hesitate to say when people are being dumb. Because I know it, because I've done it. Down the credit card like some other people have. If I can do it, you can too. Debt free, excellent. Freedom, fabulous. And yeah, it does, and the problem with the naysayers is you will get them saying, oh, well, that was just $80. Anybody can do that. It's the same thing. It just takes you longer because you were dumb longer. And so it will just take you longer. Duh, that's how math works. And, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So next time, just forget to return library books instead of taking out that car loan, dummy. Cash Money Holding 99, officially credit card debt free. Okay, that's not debt free totes, but it's better than nothing. All glory and honor to God. Alrighty. Sharing a quick follow-up to the above post. Received my bonus and tax refund on the same day. Fun times. So happy and proud to say I'm officially credit card debt-free. Great. Now for the rest of it. Made my last payment to Chase this morning. And the weight, in capital letters, the weight that has been lifted off my body is immense. So thankful. Next thing up to clear is my car loan, 12K, which I'm hoping to have done soon. Will likely throw a portion of my bonus at this loan as well. For anyone on this journey, you can do it. Thank you for all the encouragement. Debt-free, no, but credit card debt-free, but they don't have a separate flare for that. I guess they didn't want to be left out of the flare game. But false advertising there. And you wouldn't be putting that bonus to anything other than necessities. Because you still have loans, so you would put it all to the loans. Unless you had to do it. Unless you needed to spend the money on something else. That's not debt. But how would you have paid for that if you didn't get a bonus? So you need to take a look at that. I'll be concerned about that. Santos Prod Productions, maybe. Just received 4,700 tax return, and that's too big. Guess what? You can do better with having a little bit of your money each month than giving an interest-free loan to the government and you get it back in March or April. That is not advised, so you need to change your withholding. Any advice on how to use this money responsibly? No debts. In baby step 3B, you apply any extra money to whatever baby step you're on. Everybody asks about it, and they want to tell you exactly what it's for and all that, but it doesn't matter. It's any extra money goes to whatever baby step you're on. You're on 3B, you add it to the down payment money. Let's see what else they have here. Baby step 3, trying to save for a home. Well, how you do that is you save for a home. You put it towards the house instead of having other things that you want to spend the money on. Let's see, 1-year-old, a second baby on the way. I was wondering if creating a sinking fund for baby needs, crib, car seat essentials. I mean, yeah, you can do that. If you think you need, you need a car seat. I guess you would need 2 cribs, since the other one's 1-year-old, and just listing down what is needed, for example, future medical bills. Right, well, okay, so I didn't know that there was one on the way. So if there is one on the way, you do a little thing called stork mode, and what that is you go right where you are on the baby steps, you pause, and that doesn't hurt you at all on baby step 3B, because you're just piling up cash. And instead, it has of saying down payment, any future things say stork mode on it. And then when mom and baby are home safe from the hospital, and you got all associated expenses paid, then you apply that money to whatever baby step you're on. So that would be right back onto down payment for the house. Let's see. All future expenses and insurance bills are all in sinking funds and counted for, but I haven't made one for baby needs anyway. Yeah, you can do that. But like I said, yeah, I mean, you can call it whatever you want, but you're just supposed to pile up cash in general during a pregnancy. And then you unpause the baby steps once you are home safe. Mommy and baby home safe. Anyway, any tips? We have Roth IRA. I got a 403B as well. I haven't started 529, but seriously considering it. How about you chill until, just save up cash until you're home from the hospital safe with baby, and then you'll have plenty of time to address all of this other stuff. But again, see, this is people trying to do everything all at the same time. You would think the priority list would be moving into a house, you would think, and so you would prioritize that instead of trying to put little bits of money into every little thing. And that just makes everything take longer. So if you concentrate on one, get that done, move into the house, and then you can do the rest with your previous snowball amount that you were paying off debt with previously. Did anyone attend the investing event with Dave and George? Can we get a summary? I will take a look at that because I was wondering what that would encompass. Supposedly, and the description of it didn't say he was going to tell you exactly what mutual funds he was in. It does say he was going to explain his investing. So let's see. I wanted to do 10, but it was $200 and baby step 2, right? And so you rightly did not pay that $200 for that investing event. Let's see. In my opinion, there's absolutely no reason to pay anyone who's not certified, not providing direct, personalized advice for you. Well, that's, this person doesn't understand the Ramsey thing because it's not personal to anybody. It's the same advice for everybody. Investing advice is free on his website and podcast. That is true in general, but he was going to get much more in depth to it. Oh, I thought there was. It said there was 5 comments. 1, 2. I only see 2. Huh, interesting. Wonder why. Maybe they deleted them. Although I think it does leave the space there and says deleted. Maybe percent that even then, unless you have a large portfolio, investing is something you don't even need an advisor for. All right. So yeah. So nothing helpful there. I mean, maybe the other 3 comments said exactly what was in there, but I don't even know myself what exactly was in there. But I know he's going to talk about like real estate investing as well. So the exact content of that I do not know. And yes, they did charge for that. What up, James T. Kirk? Enterprise. Shotgun. Squitters. I'm in my 50s, getting up there, my friend, and looking for opinions on how to optimize my finances. Should I pay down the HELOC or balance between savings and debt reduction? Okay, so what you do, and again, I mean, I get it. People today, they're coddled, and everybody's a snowflake and everybody's special. And just like the other person said, oh, you need financial advice specifically catered to you. No, you don't. It's the same for everybody. And so you would not be optimizing your finances. You would be doing the baby steps, which makes your finances better. So you shouldn't have taken out the HELOC in the first place. And that's step 2 debt. So you're on baby step 2. Congratulations. So there's no other savings other than the $1,000. Yeah, and you have other debt. You shouldn't even bought a house before. So you still got other debt. So the HELOC wasn't to pay off all the debt, or it was, and then you dumbly took out other debt again. So everything you're doing here is bad. But that would go to your lowest debt. is you're following the baby steps. You're not ahead of people just because you bought a house, okay? So you're not. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Knows exactly where it is. I'm new to this whole baby steps thing. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of grace then. My bad. Winning hot there. So sorry about that. So I guess I'm on baby step 2. You are. And or 3. No, there's no and or. No. Steps 1, 2, and 3 are completely separate. You do 1 first, and you don't have any other savings. So you're doing it wrong. I'm in my early 50s. You said that already. Some old people get really, they want you to know that, like that's a badge of honor or something like that. Like a lot of people that I listen to my share of call-in shows when I was driving around in Virginia Beach fixing video games at different arcades. And so I would drive around and listen to the call-in shows. And, you know, people were always like, especially the older people, and, you know, in the South might have something to do with it as well. But, you know, the ladies would often say, I'm 63 years old. ODE, old, not old. I'm 63 years old. You know, that doesn't have anything to do with anything. Let's see. Early 50s for debt. I have a small... Yeah, that tangent didn't have anything to do with anything either, so apologies. For debt, I have a small unsecured line of credit, a HELOC, and mortgage. The unsecured line of credit will be paid off in May. You pay them off smallest to largest, and you do that now. You don't do whatever dumb plan you were doing. The HELOC has around $70,000 on it. Oh my goodness gracious me. What dumb crap did you tap the equity in your house for? A lot of times a remodel, sometimes to pay off debt. Then why do you have other debt then? So dumb. Remaining mortgage about $75,000. The mortgage will be paid off in about 2.5 years. It will, even with the HELOC, will be paid off by the end of 2028. 2025. That's 3 years. You can't pay off the mortgage. And so, yeah, I guess you still can actually. You still can have the HELOC. Because even if you don't have a mortgage, you can still get a home equity line of credit as well. Okay, but you would do smallest to largest, and I know they're both the same. Yeah, I wouldn't put extra on the mortgage. I would pay the home equity line of credit down before that, but the unsecured loan would be first. And so you wouldn't be putting a little bit extra to each one of these. You put all of your extra money, cut your budget to the bone, and put all of your extra money on the lowest one of these debts, which is the unsecured line of credit, I'm assuming. Does not say how much that is. Already have about $1,000 in savings. Okay, that's your start emergency fund. Good. I also have a bit of retirement savings, less than $100,000. You would not tap that like you did your freaking house. That was dumb. So don't even think about tapping retirement. Don't tap your retirement or your home equity ever again. And a defined benefits pension through work that I'm still paying into. Currently, my budget balances between saving and paying down debt with almost equal. And that's as dumb as freaking crap. And also doesn't explain what is the extra savings for. I mean, does this mean, if this means you're still trying to get the final little bits of the $1,000, that's fine. That's what you should be doing. You do step 1 before you do step 2. If this means you have $20,000 in a savings account, that's as dumb as crap while you have all this debt. So you're doing it wrong. Didn't notice the ellipsis. Let's see, there's more. Let's see if there's other dumb crap. Probably not. I wonder if I should put savings on hold. Yes. To shift my entire focus to paying down the... you would put it all on the unsecured line of credit first. Yes, you put savings on hold. You don't have savings. You liquidate other savings if you have it beyond the $1,000 emergency fund. That you keep. You don't touch that. You don't use that to pay off debt. Just like the How to Do the Baby Steps Right song says in the music playlist on my YouTube channel. Let's see, if I take this approach, my HELOC will be paid off at the end of 2026 and instead of at the end of 2028. Yeah, how about let's do that, shall we? What are your options? Should I stay with a balanced approach or get rid of the HELOC? No, you putting little baby amounts to multiple things instead of to the lowest debt. Now, understand you have to pay the minimum mortgage payment. You have to pay the minimum HELOC payment while you're paying off the unsecured line of credit. And that's fine. You do that. You do stay current. But every other cent you put to get rid of the unsecured line of credit, instead of putting a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit there. That's dumb as crap. I guess you don't understand how interest works, sir. So no, there's no balanced approach. There's no, you know what you could do? I'm just saying you could follow the baby steps is what I would suggest. As always. BFFR 5 in debt. Hi y'all, is there more? No dots, so it must not be any more. Also didn't put a period at the end of the sentence. That's alright though. Hi y'all, hi guys. As the title says, I'm in debt. It happens to the best of us. Doesn't happen to me anymore. You take that off the table, then it doesn't happen to you anymore. I'm talking like $30,000 in credit card debt and another $10,000 in hospital bills from having a baby. It's not something I'm proud of. Okay, that doesn't matter. But my husband and I dug this hole and we are having such a hard time getting out of it. Well, how you pay off debt is you do not spend money on anything else. Like, for example, yes, I'm going to pick on you for baby spending. You don't see something so cute for the baby and buy it. You know, oh, this is a cute bib and the baby's got 50 bibs at home already. That's a no. That money goes to debt. It's not something I'm proud of. Oh, I already read that part. My bad. Times are tough with the economy. That's all bullcrap. And we've had to rely on our credit cards for a lot. Do you ever think about not buying anything? Do you ever think about that? So you're telling me you only put necessities on the credit cards? That's not advised either, but that might be a little bit more understandable. But normally the situation is, even if necessities are put on credit cards, is because you spent the income on dumb crap you didn't need. And they are, of course, high interest, and that's what is really eating us. Well, that's why you don't get them in the first place, and that's why you have to sacrifice now. I'm not familiar with Dave Ramsey. Okay. Welcome to being familiar with Dave Ramsey. I'd love some honest advice on if this can help us. It absolutely can, but you have to quit doing the dumb crap you were doing. Are there different programs? No. One advice fits all. And that is the beauty of it. There's no special situations. Now, that doesn't stop people from calling the Ramsey Show every single day and asking if somebody calls almost every single day and ask if they should get a loan because they think they're the exception. So, I mean, I guess some could be trolling, but people are just dumb. People are just dumb. They even say, oh, yeah, I watch you all the time. So you know darn well he's the no debt guy, and you're going to call and ask if you should get a debt for your little situation. That is dumb as crap. Where are we? Okay, not familiar with Dave Ramsey. Right, honest advice. It can help you. There's no different programs, but it will work. If you commit to it and you stop spending money on anything that's not necessary, then you can use that money to pay off your debt and you'll be in a much better place financially. Any and all of it. We've always been so responsible with money. I'm ready to be debt-free again so that I can stop living with this constant stress. Yeah. So do that then. And so that way we don't buy stuff the baby is so cute, but it doesn't need. There's not a need for it for the baby. So you know, I don't know their budget. So you may need to get the income up if you can't afford necessities. Big John OG, baby step 3 flare. It's baby step 3 flare here, but then debt-free flare there. Which one is it? Oh, I guess same thing. Not on baby step 2. I got you. Figured it out myself. Didn't have to have it explained to me. No longer on baby step 2. Not telling anyone at work nor my family, so I needed to tell someone. My wife just made out our last credit card payment, and we are now completely debt-free except our house. I can't even explain the peace and weight that has been lifted. We paid off over $50,000 in debt. 30K truck, 22, should have sold the truck. 22K credit cards over the past 2 to 3 years. Yeah, you sell the truck. That makes it happen in half the time. People never think of that though. Single income, family of 5. It took a lot of work and determination. It is finally time to start saving for our true emergency fund, meaning the full one, 3 to 6 months. And then we will need to start saving for a better vehicle for my wife. Excellent. Congratulations. Competitive Deer 204. Are they competitive? I mean, I guess in the reindeer games, the reindeer were competitive. They never let Rudolph play in any of those, though. Just needing a little encouragement. Long story short, that's a no because there are ellipses, so that means it's longer than can fit in this little paragraph part. Oh, just by a couple lines, probably, or a couple words. Baby step 2 flare. Long story short, my husband just graduated with his JD. And now is practicing lawyer. Judiciary degree, something like that. I don't know what that means. I assume something to do with being a lawyer. Okay, practicing lawyer. So there should be lawyer money coming in. And for the first time, we have extra money to throw at loans. I didn't make much prior to him graduating and have a $1,000 student loan payment. Did you graduate? And get a job in your field? Which would seem to be the point of having the student loan, so you could do that. And that's the big problem with student loans. I mean, it's a problem for a loan for anything, but this exacerbates it when the kids, nobody thinks that they're going to be the one that fails, that flunks out, or that takes a dumb ass major and then they go to a private college, hundreds of thousands of dollars for a private college, and then they get a degree in social work and then make $30,000 a year. That is dumb as crap to do. And so people don't think about that in advance. So all to say, this is the first month that I'm starting to pay a significant amount on student loans, and sending $3,500 in a one-time payment was a doozy. Great. I feel like for me, before I saved every dollar, I could just in case we had a rough spending month, etc. And I feel wild for making it $3,500. I got you. Okay, so you're putting a little bit payments was what that sentence meant, but that was all over the place. I'm assuming the degree was not in English, or if it was, maybe that's why I didn't graduate. I kid. All to say, we feel like we're very blessed to have so much margin now, and grateful for the program. With $230K in student loans between the two of us, we are excited to spend the next few years on baby step 2. Great, but man, that first big lump sum is hard. Yeah, I got you. So the dealio, is what you would do, and this is not what most people do. So for him, it worked out. For her, I don't know if it worked out for her student loans. So, but anyway, for him, it worked out. And maybe it'll be fine with his income. But, so what you do in this situation is you do not spend any extra money at all. You live like broke college students, just like you are before. You do not raise your lifestyle because he's a practicing lawyer now. For example, he doesn't need a new car now just because he's practicing law. That's a no. And so that's what I would caution this person about. Twere she my client. But that's basically it. Yeah, your own baby step 2, and what comes with that is it doesn't matter how much money you make, you are spending nothing on things that are not necessary. All that money goes to the debt, and then when the debt's gone, and then you can save up full emergency fund very quickly, and then after that on step 4, that's when you can start spending money going out to eat again. Congratulations on the husband being a lawyer. MSc editor. MS Microsoft something? I don't know what that would be. Should I open a credit card? The answer is no. What kind of dumb thing is this? BLUF. I don't know what that means. I don't know. That's like a TLDR, too long, didn't read. This is something like that. Should I open a credit card at my credit union, only putting one charge on it each month to raise up my credit score in preparation to buy a house soon? You do not need a credit score. You do need a history of paying stuff. So you need to be renting first if you're not already. Bit of clickbait for the sub and the title. Sure it is. I'm debt free except for my house as of this week. The only way this is possible and the complication in my life is that I'm finalizing divorce right now. Consequently, we'll be selling the house. So what in the world? Do I do a temporary debt-free scream then? If you're debt-free, you can scream it. I will be moving out of state. If I can find something affordable, I would like to buy a house in the new state on my own. I have decent credit. In the United States, you do not need a credit score. If you've been paying utility bills and such and been paying on your previous mortgage, you'll be fine. You'll be able to get a mortgage. But you should not buy if there's going to be any debt. But with our credit card and car loan paid off, okay, and closed, I'm wondering if that will start to drop. Not that quickly, though. So, and regardless, if so, you can use manual underwriting. Long term, I would not mind going to no credit score, but since I plan to purchase a house within the next year, I doubt this is possible. Wise? No, it's fine. People think the credit score is so magical and it's necessary. It's not. And a locked post, I guess, after 23 comments, it got too contentious in there. Some arguing and back and forth, probably about whether credit score matters, and it doesn't. Not in the United States, it doesn't. Other countries, I think they require you to have a credit score sometimes to get a mortgage. I am more of a saver, so I think I would do fine with a credit card that I never use. Yeah, that's a no. The advice is no from Mr. Ramsey on that. And you probably already know darn well that that's the advice. Just a guess. Retirement deferred comp. Almost said crap. Efficient yak 8710. All right. What would an inefficient yak be? One that couldn't jump very well. I have some money to put into investments now. I know Dave says 15%. And then period. See, this is how the Dave advice works. I know Dave says 15%, period, and then you do 15%. And you quit trying to have your own little ideas about stuff that you think will improve the advice. It won't. My work offers a Roth 457B, and so it invests after taxes, and A deferred comp 457B. This will invest before taxes, making more money. Which should I put my money into? Can't afford 15% yet. Okay. Why? What are you spending money on where you can't do the 15%? If it's buying unnecessary crap, you shouldn't do that. You should be doing 15%. I would go in the Roth 457B. You get the best deal out of that because you don't have to pay taxes on the gains on there. Alrighty, should we use home insurance to pay for a roof replacement? What else are you going to use? We'll dive into that tomorrow. Once again, Coach Steve Money, youtube.com/Coach Steve Money is where you're watching this. And again, for my other financial content, this show, the Ramsey Show, Aftershow show, and answering your financial questions playlist, and the music playlist for 11 Ramsey Jason songs. In there will be a brand new one performed live on Friday's 500th show. And it's going to be all these songs. Fun times. Because it doesn't matter. I don't get the money regardless, or I get half the money, depending on the artist, but of the whole video, not just the 3 minutes or so that the song takes. So if I'm going to do one, that would be the best time to do them all. And so since it's the 500th, I'll do that. And if you're lucky, I won't sing again until the 1,000th one. So we'll see. What else do I want to say? Oh yeah, plug time. I am a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach. And if you are having money problems, or you just want to make sure you're on the right track, or you just want me to tell you that you're doing it wrong, you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. Link is in the ticker below. Also in the video description, you can email me at coachstevemoney@gmail.com about anything financial or anything on my YouTube channel or whatever is on your mind. It's fine. Donations, paypal.com/Coach Steve. No, paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Sorry about that. Or the Cash App at $Coach Steve Money, or the Walmart gift card to you again. CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Upcoming streams, this one until further notice, Monday through Friday, 5:25 p.m. Eastern Time. And that is when the Ramsey Show leaves the YouTube. It left a little bit early today. I wonder if they were trying to edit something out or something, or somebody hit the stop button or something. Don't know, but it ended about 2 or 3 minutes early today. But at 5:25 p.m., that's normally when they bounce, and that's when I start my stream. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, that's the thumbs up, and comment. And thank you so much if you've done those things before. Much, much appreciated. I know there are billions of other content to watch, so I appreciate any seconds that you spend with me. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Always, not just sometimes, always make smart financial decisions every day.